All right, we appreciate your patience. We'll get everybody to plug in and work their way to the line as we are now live. Oh, we need to redo that. Okay, windowed program. Good. We're now live, and we're starting to get video looking for Fluxy, and, well, Fluxy now powered up. This is a buy as we have no Tino here in this one. This is heat number 1. This is our top 16 double elimination into Chase the Ace to decide who is going to be our wildcard qualifier here at AMA Expo West. We say hello to everyone watching, hopefully very soon. Spent a lot of time working on this on YouTube, on Facebook as well, livefpv.com on Facebook, MultiGP on YouTube, and mgp.livefpv.com. And there is Stephen FPV Thirteenth in Scotland, so we know that we're good. Let us know if our audio has improved over last night, Stephen. We're going to start things off with our first bracket. This is, these are qualifiers. 14th overall was Seg, Tino, who's not here, who's in 11th, Fluxy, who is in 6th, and SFPV, 3rd overall in qualifying. And maybe that's his lucky number, 3rd overall in racing last night, but looking to win AMA Expo West 2018. Well, let's watch. It's a 3-lap race. 2 go up. 1 is going to go down in the consolation bracket. Just don't be last, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Go tone 3 through our gate, and it'll be SFPV, then Fluxy, then Seg FPV, 1, 2, 3, and your leader SFPV already out of the dive gate and working his way through the middle. And thank you for that. There we go. Bonk helping me out as always. Your leader SFPV. That's going to be Fluxy with the lead. SFPV with a little bit of a mistake, waiting for that live stream shot to change, I guess. And so Fluxy with a 6-second lead over SFPV, and Seg still working on that opening lap. And Fluxy working his way high side, low side through that start-finish gate with a 17.7. That's one of his personal best lap times here in this championship. Trying to make a statement, and SFPV getting onto that lead lap with them, while Seg crosses over behind him onto lap number 2. But it's all about Fluxy from the tunnel to the start-finish gate. 3 laps in 57 seconds. Great start for Fluxy, making the trip down from the north central region. Second going to go here to SFPV. Third going to go to Seg, and that means Tino grabbing 4th, even though he is going to be our drop. That is our first heat. Our championship is 14 races, top 16 double elimination bracket all the way down. And so we're going to move them up, move them down. No channel changes for our first pilots. So Fluxy and SFPV, we are going to see you when you come back in our winner's bracket in race number 6. No channel changes. Seg and maybe Tino, if Tino changes his mind, will be back in race number 5. No channel changes. Fluxy and SFPV to heat number 6. And Seg and Tino to heat number 5. That's heat number 1, race number 1 in the books. Up next, heat 2, Scotty Doo, Royal, Kid Drone, Ineos FPV, and Kid Drone. On deck will be Flying Bear, Drobot Racer, iFly82, Tweak Racer, and in the hole, Dolma FPV, our top qualifier, Hazard FPV, Rocket Ronbo, and Busta FPV. 3, 5, 6, 7. Just a gorgeous day here in Pomona, California. Day number 2. Say hello to Kelly Stanley, Kelly FPV. ReadyMadeRC pilot, checking out the live stream on YouTube. We say hello to him. I know lots of people flying back home. It's about 7 o'clock in the afternoon, just racing golden hour. Looks like I'm missing just one pilot. I'm missing Intius, and he is actually going to be out. So another situation here in this one, we are going to race 3 pilots, and you just don't want to be last. That'll be it. Just don't be last. So in this heat, we had Intius, who's going to be out, waiting around for freestyle. We'll have Kid Drone, qualifying 10th overall. Royale, who is 7th overall in qualifying. And Scotty Dew, our top qualifier from yesterday, who has now qualified here second here today. He was second last night. So we're going to run with 3. Just don't be last to stay alive in our winner's bracket. Pilots look set. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Go Tone. Those yellow props are Scotty Dew, fastest yesterday. Going to try and redeem himself here with the Reserve Championship. Last night getting $75 from ReadyMadeRC and $75 from Diatone USA. He's your leader, going to lead the charge here into that back tunnel with a whole bunch of company. This is a tight race here. Scotty Dew first across the line, then Royale. And then we look to Kid Drone. Lap 2 down now for Scotty Dew. On to lap number 3 with a 16.5. And on our way we go. Kid Drone doing his thing. And we're going to give win number 1 to Scotty Dew. Royale almost got him, finishing 1.5 seconds back. They're going to stay alive here in our winner's bracket. So it looks like deja vu all over again. Scotty Dew having an outstanding run here in the preliminary bracket, preliminary round of our double elimination consolation bracket. Second going to Royal, fourth going to NTS FPV. Maybe he changes his mind. We're going to move them up. Scotty Dew and Royale moving up in our winner's bracket. We will see them when they come back in race number 6. No channel changes. And Kid Drone, you're back in heat number 5. No channel change for you. And that is where we come to an end. Up next will be Flying Bear, Drobot Racer, iFly82, Tweak Racer. On deck will be Dolma, Hazard, Rocket Ronbo, and Busta. And in the hole will be Seg, Tino, Kid Drone, and Intius. This is heat number 3 of our preliminary rounds. We'll have Tweak Racer qualifying 13th overall, iFly82 qualifying 12th overall, Drobot Racer in number 5 spot, and Flying Bear in the number 4 spot overall in qualifying. Last night's champion at AMA Expo West. An exciting day. Lennon FPV excited about Scotty Dew. Hello, Lennon. Trying to engage here, figure out how to. Would you believe that I had issues, Skip, working Facebook, trying to figure out how to pop out. I want to see just this video. Show video URL. Copy the video URL. If you guys want to watch online, if you're in-house, you can actually watch our live stream on our monitors. There you're going to see the first-person view that our pilots are experiencing, the ride-along, that immersive feeling, the video feed that goes back from the quadcopter back to the Fat Shark goggles here on the sideline. You can see exactly what the pilots are seeing in that instance. Lennon FPV saying, go Dolma and Drobot Racer. Yeah, he's got his picks from his region. We're hanging out with Lennon. Many of these pilots at the Southwest Regional Final. The start of the season. What do we need? We got to make sure that the props aren't level to the ground. Tweak Racer, props must be level to the ground on arming. He's sliding out there. Let's take a look at the track cam. Props got to be level with the ground on launch. Is that our issue? Do you have a shim? Is that the issue? Oh, you're getting bleed over. 3 is perfect. 8 is perfect here. You were standing right beside it. We can power test real quick if you'd like. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're getting bleed. You're standing right beside the quad. We can do a quick power test maybe, but you're good. All right, we'll do it. You guys still have my power tester? Bob is on it. Tweak Racer, they're getting all up in his head. I like it. This is competitive. Hey to my buddy Lennon. This is where we're at. We're on race number 3 of our double elimination bracket. Excited to play Chase the Ace tonight. But I don't know if we will. Dolma, who's on deck, versus Hazard, Rocket Rombo, and Bust FPV. If he wins all of his races right through to the end, we won't really be playing Chase the Ace. All right, powers are good. All right, here we go. Let's go with this button. Let's go with that button. There we are. Oh. Ready to roll. This is heat number 3. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Drobot Racer off those Pro Launch FPV stands right at our start-finish gate. Those things that look like tuning forks allow our racers to get the perfect start, the whole shot every single time. And Drobot Racer just killing it right now. About to come through that tunnel towards us. You can see the gap that he has, but it's not about being number 1. You want to be first or second. And looks like we just lost the iFly 82, top right-hand corner of our screen, crashing out. And so now another race not to be last. Flying Bear, your leader after 2. Drobot Racer 3.2 seconds back off him. And Tweak Racer 1 lap back, but getting onto lap number 2. To push it through. Chris Thomas, the founder and CEO of MultiGP, checking in, saying, nice to see some technical aspects here at Expo. That's kind of accommodating for everybody. Flying Bear, last night's champ, will win his first race of the bracket here tonight. With a win of 5 seconds over Drobot Racer, they will finish 1 and 2. We will throw third to Tweak Racer, 4th to iFly 82. So we will move them up, move them down, and we're just going to round things out here with Tweak Racer. Getting the time on the track here to learn those lines, and so it'll be just him. Let me see. I got a new live stream set up here. I'm going to go full screen just on Tweak Racer right here on our live stream. What a pilot sticking with Race Band 8, but there's something weird going on with Race Band 8. Ground station and module. The ground station makes it hella flyable. It's a little bit better than the video they're experiencing at the FAI World Cup race, Shenzhen, China. Final round happening tonight. Here we go, across the line unofficially, 3 laps in 2:10 for Tweak Racer. He's going to finish up 3rd as we will now go winner's bracket, loser's bracket situation. Let's move Flying Bear and Drobot Racer up to race number 8, no channel changes. Tweak Racer and iFly 82 back in heat number 7, no channel changes as well. Again, Flying Bear and Drobot Racer to heat number 8, no channel changes. And iFly and Tweak Racer going to race number 7, no channel changes. Of course, we invite you to get in front of the big screen monitors here tonight and experience that FPV, that first-person view, and see what the pilots are seeing. We are broadcasting, each drone broadcasting live back from the camera on the front of the drone back to the receiver and then right into the Fat Sharks right in front of our pilots. Ronbo, easy on the boy. That's from Surge. That's from Surge right there. The coach and dad at Dolma FPV, our top qualifier, who we're going to be featuring here in the top left-hand corner on race band 1. His dad is in the chat telling Ronbo, who we're going to be featuring in the bottom left, to take it easy on young Dolma. This is heat number 4, Busta FPV qualifying 17th and getting the nod into our top 16. Rocket Rombo qualifying in the number 9 spot. Hazard FPV, who qualified in 8th, and Dolma, our top qualifier, who we're going to feature here in race number 4 in the early throws of our double elimination bracket. Chris Thomas saying the DJI Livestream looks nice. Yeah, brand new technology, the OcuSync that MultiGP and XTC Racing were able to assist DJI with the testing of back in March in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Clash of the Drones. The OcuSync is gorgeous. It's digital over the analog downlink, same carrier that we have in analog racing, except the video is digital. It's the same technology that's on a Mavic pretty much. They've got that dialed in for drones. You can't pilot with that DJI downlink as there's latency. We're still in the mode of using this 1980s technology, which is analog over the analog carrier back to the receiver, as it's 0.0042 latency, which is definitely not going to affect the pilots, but that OcuSync adding the digital thing, slowing things down. So it is beautiful. Of course, you can check out the championships and see who's going to be earning their share of that $240,000 at the FAI championships at the FAI race at 3 a.m. Eastern, I believe. But forget about that race. Let's see where they tear it up. We have Dolma, Hazard, Rocket Rombo, and Busta FPV set to fly. Here we go. All right, pilots, goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. First one through that gate is going to be Dolma FPV up in high side of the hurdle to the dive gate, and just about passed right before the dive gate by Hazard FPV. Hazard FPV biting something and Dolma crashing at the exact same time, but Dolma looks like he may be able to get back up. All I know is right now this is great news for Rocket Rombo. Rocket Rombo is your leader coming towards us through the tunnel, and that is going to slide Busta FPV from 4th up into 2nd as we are watching Hazard FPV and Dolma trying to, what we call turtle mode. That is recover the craft remotely, and it's kind of up and down here for Hazard FPV. Deep in the ground, I'm starting to see some of that digital interference, and now it is going to be down to 2. Rocket Rombo versus, are we back up? No, it's just Rocket Rombo and, oh, he's back up. We are back up in the air with Hazard FPV, but Rocket Rombo just crossed onto that final lap, which means Hazard FPV will cross onto his final lap when he comes through the gate. So this is going to be just for fun, and NASCAR rule, well, Busta still needs to finish this lap, but NASCAR rule could shut down Hazard. We'll see what happens. The one thing I know, one thing for certain is that Rocket Rombo wins this race. You guys just watch him do it. 3 laps in 1:21. Not the fastest, but that's what it takes here in this consolation bracket situation. And then we cross the line with Hazard, 2 laps in 1:31 to give him 2nd. Then we're going to give Busta 3rd, Dolma 4th. So, well, that is going to tell us one thing for certain, that we are going to be playing Chase the Ace with that final 4. We will regroup, regrid them when we get to that final 4, and everybody will have to win twice, or with the first winner to win twice when we play Chase the Ace. The Iron Man clause has been deactivated with Dolma crashing just outside of that dive gate. We are under quad retrieval as we now at this point here in heat number 4 move them up. Winners bracket, losers bracket. We got Hazard with a channel change, Busta with a channel change. Rocket Rombo going to heat number 8 with Hazard FPV. No channel change for Rocket Rombo, but Hazard FPV, you are going to go to race band 5 when you come back to race band 5. You need to switch. Stand by. I got you. We'll see what we can do. Just stand right there. Don't go anywhere. Going to heat number 7 will be Busta and Dolma. Busta going to race band 4. That'll be a channel change. Busta to race band 4. When you and Dolma come back in heat number 7, that was heat number 4 in the books. We're now at heat number 5, picking things up here in our consolation bracket, preliminary round of our preliminary bracket. This will be Seg, Tino, Kid Drone, and Intius. You're up now. On deck will be Fluxy, SFPV, Scotty Doo, and Royal. In the hole will be Tweak, iFly, Busta, and Dolma. And where's Hazard? Drobot Racer, can you go to race band 5? Drobot, can you go to race band 5? Yep, perfect. Thank you. Actually, it's Hazard FPV who thanks you. And that is, you guys are a few races away yet, Ashton and Rand. You guys are in heat 8. We're at heat number 5. Thank you, guys. Just hitting some buttons here. So now we get to have a bunch of fun with that Chase the Ace format. When we get to that final 4 in race number 14, we will keep regridding them until one of the final 4 win twice. The Ironman clause, which we deactivated, the Ironman clause is if the top qualifier goes their way all the way to that final, and they win all of their bracket races in the winner's bracket, if they win the final, it is said and done, the Ironman clause. We watched Heads Up FPV, Evan Turner, which is probably one of the most famous guys in the Academy of Model Aeronautics. I mean, he is not as vintage or as well-rounded as Robert A. Brown, one of the pioneers of RC flight and the visionaries of the Academy of Model Aeronautics. However, Heads Up FPV is the guy who hits podiums and represents the Academy of Model Aeronautics in several different disciplines. Doesn't do control line because he doesn't believe in kites, but everything else, he does that acro and that 3D. He does. He is represented on the world stage, and he is our World Cup champion at the International Open held at the Academy of Model Aeronautics. He won that championship by activating that Ironman clause as the top qualifier and winning the final race of the bracket. We're at race number 5. I'm looking for Seg, Tino, Kid Drone, and Intius to power up. This was your gig. I don't know what happened. Seg, Tino, Kid Drone. Is it just Kid Drone? What happened to Seg? Seg's here. Seg's here, right? Did we lose Seg? We lost Tino. We lost. Tino wasn't there. Intius wasn't running. So, and Seg is gone for sure. All I got is a TV screen that I'm looking at. All right. So, Kid Drone, do you want the laps or are we just going to take the win? Just take the win. All right. So, there we are. You're going to go to race number 9. No channel changes. No channel changes. So, let me hit some buttons while I get ready. Let's go to your next race. Fluxy, SFPV, Scotty Doo, and Royale. You're up. On deck will be Tweak Racer, iFly 82, Busta, and Dolma. In the hole will be Flying Bear, Drobot Racer, Rocket Ronbo, and Hazard FPV. 2, 4, 5, 6. Just going to hit some buttons here. Don't be alarmed by that. Do not be alarmed. Do you have the heat sheet handy? So, Kid Drone, you're going to race number 9. If Seg comes back, he's in race number 9 as well. We're now gridding up race number 6. Fluxy, SFPV, Scotty Doo, and Royale. Joe Kunch saying sucks for Dolma on that one. Yeah, that was a rough one. Chris and Thomas saying peace and love, peace and love. Joe Kunch saying that makes things a little bit a little easier. Yeah. There's Alex Dalton checking in on the chat as well. Shout out to Saber FPV. Getting a shout out on the chat as well. Shout out to High Fly 82 is going to be racing. Sporty Who saying go Andy. That's kind of in the past, I think. He just did it now, but Andy will be back. And we've seen the winner come out of that consolation bracket. They get an extra pack, and it's an awesome storyline to follow right through into the ends. We got full video as we pick things up here in race number 6. Joe Boo saying go Royale, represent for North Carolina. And looks like Kimberly was watching that last race. That's Mom, right? Saying go Drobot, you got this. Joe Kunch going to pull up the stream up on the TV rather than the phone. Well, I guess, Bonk, we did fix the audio. We were successful in our audio engineering we did earlier. This is race number 6. This is the winner's bracket. 3rd and 4th with an extra life, but let's keep it easy into that final 4. Fluxy versus SFPV versus Scotty Doo and Royale. Is this an entire Team Velocidrone heat? Holy. Will it be Velocidrone 1, 2, 3, or 4? SFPV trying to reset his game controller. You all right? Want to start a Discord on this one? Looks great. On 4? Oh, 4 is a little shaky. It should clear up on takeoff, I would think. Here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. There's Go Tone off to the races we go. Whoa, midair at the end of the straights. SFPV crashing out. Scotty is the lucky one in that one. Not what we were looking to see. SFPV now going to drop into that consolation bracket. As we're going to race with our final 3, Fluxy and Royal through the gates, 0.2 of a second apart. And Fluxy and Scotty Doo. Now Scotty Doo across our line as well. Fluxy on to lap number 3. Royal right with him. Scotty Doo running 3rd. Over to that high side. And it is going to be Fluxy through the tunnel first. Royale right behind him, finishing 1.8 seconds apart. Fluxy and Royal finishing up 1 and 2. And so Fluxy and Royal staying alive in our winner's bracket. Going to come back here in race number 11. That is going to give Scotty Doo, last night's top qualifier, 3rd, and SFPV. They're going to be coming back here in our consolation bracket in race number 9 when it's all said and done. And that will be race number 6 in the books as we get ready to move them up. Winner's bracket, loser's brackets. Got a channel change for Scotty Doo. You're going back to race band 1. No one else with channel changes. Fluxy and Royale, you're back in heat 11. No channel changes. Scotty Doo and SFPV coming to heat number 9. And a channel change for Scotty Doo going to race band 1 when they come back in heat number 9. That was heat number 6 in the books. Let's get ready for heat number 7, Tweak Racer, iFly 82. Busta FPV and Dolma FPV, you're up. On deck, Flying Bear, Drobot Racer, Rocket Ronbo, Hazard FPV, and the whole Kid Drone, Seg FPV, Scotty Doo, and SFPV. So here we are in that consolation bracket with our top qualifier going to be grinding his way out, trying to make it to that final 4, which of course is race number 14, which we will run repeatedly with Chase the Ace, which is kind of like AAA mains, except less lame. Instead of trying to do math and science with the AAA main format where they run everybody 3 times, we just run them till we get 2 wins. Joe Kunch asking, yeah, that hurts. Does it usually go loser's bracket, winner bracket, and alternating? As you can see on the screen, we alternate them, winner's bracket, loser's bracket, the way they are on the screen so that we don't have a back-to-back until we get to race number 11, or sorry, race number 12 is a back-to-back. So once we get to race number 12, that's the coming in hot section. It'll go 12, top 2 in that go to 13, and the top 2 in that go to the final 14. That is the coming in hot section. We separate them up here, winner's bracket, loser's bracket, as we go from 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, so that we don't have back-to-back situations. Justin Schrack saying he just finished his first race with the Chase the Ace format, and it was a blast. Heads Up FPV, we're just talking about him, the star of the Academy of Model Aeronautics. Says, oh my, this makes it interesting. Pretty sure since Andy, Colby, Scotty are all in the losers bracket, only 2 of those guys can get to the finals. Oof. Proto FPV saying greetings from the easternmost point in the United States. What is the most easternest point in the United States? Anyone here in house know? Maine? Somewhere in Maine? On the edge of Maine. You're set to go. You have 2 quads on R8 right now. You have someone channel changing. This is, there you go. Now it should be clean. Now it should be clean. Does, I like your style. 1, 2, 4, 8. On their way back. Here's heat number 7 in the Consolation bracket. Plymouth Rock, emphasis on rock. No, Lubeck, Maine was the answer we were looking for. Lubeck, Maine. Very close. You had the right state. Could have been. Here we go. Consolation bracket. The race isn't won on lap number 1, but you want to be first or second to make your way into the final. What's going on, buddy? Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Stand by, stand by. Yeah, we just lost some video from Busta. Busta, you just went back to race band 8. You were on 4, now you're on 8. Yeah, we could do that. I love how everyone's a race director today. Why not? We could have done that, and I was going to suggest it too, but we'll let whoever is here of the game. So why do we think it did that? It needs a wand. Well, you wand it, and it stays there. It doesn't change again. You're supposed to go to race band 4, but I would take race band 6. You're still on race band 8. Hey, Tweak Racer, can you change? Do you have smart audio? No. Do you want to go to 6? If you have a smart finger, there you go. Good line. We'll see if we can change it up here. Top right-hand corner, thanks to our sponsor as well. We are doing some channel changing. Thank you, Emax. Also, ReadyMadeRC, the leaders in all things FPV and beyond, gave us a whole bunch of gift certificates for our podium last night. And Diatone USA as well, our prize partners. We gave our winner last night $100 to Diatone USA, $100 to ReadyMadeRC as well. And Emax, they sponsored the track. Hey, if you got a chance to go into the vendor booth, we're on race 6. You going to stay there? We'll take it. Tweak Racer to race band 6. Busta will stay on race band 8. I will make the changes over here. Still working on the Nats location. I'll give you a little update here in a minute. Yeah, for the live stream. It's for, we're doing perfect. Of course, we invite you to go inside of the main vendor area here at AMA Expo West and try the new Tiny Hawk. They say it's a lot of fun, that Tiny Hawk. Give me 10 seconds to fix the overlays, and bam. Ready to fly. This Consolation bracket, first or second to stay alive. Good luck, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Oh, Busta with clean video, just trying to get his quad off the line, doing a backflip. Freestyle is after racing. Back on the line, so now a race not to be last. Busta FPV, some sort of issue, back on the takeoff blocks. But he's ready for freestyle a little bit later on tonight. It's going to be a good time. Here we go through the tunnel. Around to our line, Dolma FPV, your leader after 1 with a 24.1. Next to come through the tunnel here, going to be iFly82 running second, and Tweak Racer still number 3 spot on that opening lap as your leader, Dolma, making that dance to the back right-hand corner of her field. Going to come up on Tweak Racer for some lap traffic and making the pass right before our start and finish gate. Dolma onto the final lap, lap number 3. Tweak Racer onto lap number 2 with iFly82. iFly82 going to try and keep that pressure on here in race number 7. Getting ready to wave a checkered flag. Here comes Dolma, top qualifier in that Consolation bracket, working his way up to the top. Through our line with a good time of 3 laps in 65 seconds for the win of race number 7. He'll be back in race number 10. No channel change, and defending that number 1 spot here at AMA Expo West. iFly82 crashing out now, reclaiming, gets back up in the air. And iFly82, I don't know what was up about that. NASCAR rules shutting them down, but let's see what happens. Let's finish up this lap. iFly82 crashed out. Tweak Racer passed him, and then iFly82 passed him again. iFly82 crashed out. Now Tweak Racer back up within reach, but NASCAR rule gonna give us a little something different to look at on the tail of the tape. So this last lap here is for fun. NASCAR rule is when the leader goes on their final lap, everyone crosses onto their final lap, and that decided it. That is, it's going to be a rough beat here as iFly82 going onto his lid. Tweak Racer lands early, and now both of them down before the gate. We can retrieve some quads. Heat number 7 is in the books, but we will do a tail of the tape here in just a moment. A DVR review in the raw to allow our pilots to get ready. We're going to watch 2 and 6 after lap number 2 here. iFly, this doesn't count. You still are moving on. We can get you to come back to the line. This lap is definitely not going to count. Down he goes, and everyone now under retrieval, and I'm going to do my best here to play us back, the tail of the tape, as it were, to watch what happened here. Don't have them power up yet. This is a longer heat, but let's go to the DVR in the raw. This is my DVR. You're watching Tweak Racer on the right and iFly82 on the left-hand side. Now, it's NASCAR rule, which means lap number 2 is going to be their final lap to make it official, and iFly82 has been leading over Tweak Racer. You see him going through the tunnel. He goes up on his lid, and this allows Tweak Racer. He's going to go through the tunnel right here, and he takes the lead over iFly. This is a replay, and then iFly reclaims it right at the start-finish gates, and that is that decided the championship right there, who moves up. So Dolma and iFly82 back in race number 10. That was the tail of the tape. The tail of the tape. Yeah, it is the NASCAR rule. When the leader crosses onto their final lap, everyone crosses onto their final lap. And iFly82 staying alive. Race number 7 is in the books. No channel change. No channel change. You are going to race number 10. That was 7. No channel changes. We're at race number 8. We're at race number 8, so this is Flying Bear, Drobot Racer, Rocket Rumbo, and Hazard. On deck will be Kid Drone, Seg, Scotty Dew, and SFPV, and the hole will be Dolma, iFly82. And third and fourth in this race right here. This is race number 8. One, 3, 5, 6. We got full video. Here we are in the winner's bracket, race number 8. Top 2 in this race going to move up in our winner's bracket to the semifinal of the winner's bracket versus Royale and Fluxy in race number 11. Jeff X saying audio much better today, Joe. Thank you, Jeff X, for the kudos. I'll tell you what we did is, I know we have a pro audio guy who commented earlier. We were unable, well, we had a second mixer, but it was going to make a mess. So what we ended up doing was we took the XLR microphone, the cable that's on the end of this, and I had a splitter. I used all my adapters that I brought. So I split the input 2 ways. So then the XLR split out. Then we went to the mixing board, which is on the PA, and then the other one goes to an XLR to quarter mono that went into a mono female to female, which then on the other end of that is a quarter to RCA, which then went into an RCA to my USB capture card, which is stereo, which is mixed into mono in the computer. It is an IT/pro audio miracle, but audio has improved thanks to those checking in on the chat as well. Let's get ready for race number 8. This is the midway point, the half final of the winner's bracket. If you're watching the FAI, they use way too many fancy words. This is the half final to the quarterfinal, 8th final. What this means is you want to win this one, then you go against Fluxy and Royale, and the winner of that going to our final 4. We're running out to the line. And how about a shout out to the boys in the truck catching the fastest coach in rotor sports. That is Drobot Racer's dad running out to check the quad. Looks like we may have a quad switch on the line right under our Emax logo. And look at that run back. You'll be able to recapture that moment from the live stream, Rand. Good job. Good job. Gonna be a hero. All right, let's get set to go green. Again, winner's bracket situation. Top 2 move up, bottom 2. Third and fourth with an extra life, but they go into that consolation bracket. Here we go. Neon FPV saying, go Drobot Racer. Drobot Racer in the chat said, go Dad. How is that possible? That's amazing. Waiting on the sidelines, cheering him on. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Jeff X in the chat saying FPV Dad's rule. That is true. The Jeff X qualified 100th in the Northeast region. His son Neon FPV was in the top 30 in the region, finished top 30 in the region. And father-son combination. I think we only had 3 father-son combinations this season. And they were the highest ranked in the nation as we go on to lap 2 with Flying Bear, last night's champ with a 21.5. On to lap number 2. He's already through the dive gate. Drobot Racer running second in a battle for the 2-3 with Hazard FPV and Rocket Rumbo hot on their heels. Watching Rocket Rumbo, I believe, just ahead. Here comes Drobot Racer back up in the number 2 spot through that tunnel. And on to lap number 3. Rocket Rumbo now 2 gates back in the number 3 spot for the transfer spot. On to lap number 3. 5 seconds. The official time on the clock, and don't count out Hazard FPV. That ding was not his quad. He's still in the air. But that ding was Flying Bear, last night's champ. Going to move it to the semifinal round. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. That is his second win of the bracket, I believe. Flying Bear moving to race number 11. Drobot Racer going to pull up second, 11 seconds back, 3 laps in 68 seconds. It's a nice and easy one for him as well. Grabbing second with a bit of a lead over third. Rocket Rumbo coming down on lap number 3. Hazard FPV shut down out on the sidelines. So that is where it comes to an end here in our winner's bracket. So moving up and staying in our winner's bracket will be Flying Bear and Drobot Racer moving up to race 11, and that'll put Rocket Rombo and Hazard FPV in our consolation bracket or losers bracket. No channel changes. Flying Bear and Drobot Racer in the winners bracket to heat 11. Rocket Rombo and Hazard FPV to heat number 10. No channel changes for any of those pilots. And heat number 8 now in the books as we continue to keep it going on, keeping it strong like Donkey Kong all evening long at AMA Expo West. Here on the Emax Cup drone racing track. Emax with 2 courses, 2 tracks, 2 experiences at AMA Expo West. We're at race number 9. This is consolation bracket. This is Kid Drone, Seg, Scotty Doo, and SFPV. I think another situation you just don't want to be last. We only got 3 that we're going to grid up. On deck will be Dolma, iFly82, Rocket Rombo, and Hazard FPV. And the hole will be Fluxy, Royale, Flying Bear, and Drobot Racer in the hole. No channel changes. What do you want to go to? You can go to 3. 3 is left. 3 is left. I gotcha. Gotcha. So you're saving for the freestyle frame. What channel were you on, Ashton? 5? I'll play it back real quick. If you want to go, you're going to have to watch it. Oh, I'll do it for the live stream, too. If you want to look at the live stream computer. Boom. We just want to do a little comparison of module. Now, it is going to take me a second to scroll to it because I am still on Australia time on my DVR. We've run a lot of packs. A lot of packs. Here we are. Here, this is that heat. There. That's you right there. So module or a cable. Were you using my ground station? Oh. They're always there? But if I moved you to 3. Do you want to... I moved you to 3 anyway. But Ashton just wanted to see what my ground station's all about. It's about FPV delectable goodness is what comes in on my ground station. Next race is going to go here in about 30 seconds. I have to do some button pushing. I got to talk to the boy in the truck. That's me. It's a Super Duty. 1457. Maybe. And here we go. We got full video. We are at race number 9. Top 2 go to the quarterfinal round, second to last round of the consolation bracket. Bottom 2 are done. And on the sidelines, you just don't want to be last. Let me just do one little style point because I can. Oh, let's try this. 1, 4, 5, 7. Out 4. Transition. We're just going to go like that. All right, goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. First one through the gate is going to be Scotty Doo, then Kid Drone, then SFPV. A race to not be last. Cross that line. This is, again, we're in the blue. We're in the consolation bracket. In this one, race number 9. And you know when we run this format, this winners bracket, losers bracket race, we are all about race number 9. Scotty Doo, your leader after 1. SFPV and Kid Drone right behind him. Only 2.1 seconds separating these 3 pilots here after the opening lap as they work on lap number 2. Your leader still Scotty Doo. Right behind him looks to be Kid Drone as SFPV might be a little loosey-goosey as we wave a white flag. Scotty Doo onto lap number 3 with a 17.8. Let's go. Blazing through the tunnel. SFPV just ahead of Kid Drone on that final lap. They're separated by 1/10 of a second or about 8 foot. That's a man's 8 foot right there. It is going to come down to this final race to stay alive in that battle for the 2. And I don't think it's going to be SFPV making some contact. And, oh, wow. Your video was rough. It was rolling the whole time, and you made contact with Kid Drone. You guys had a mid-air. I think you had a mid-air out there. And Scotty Doo saying everything was good. Race off? You want to do a race off? All right, let's do a race off. I'll take it. Will you allow it? I'll allow it. Let's do it. Yeah, you guys want to race off? Normally we do thumbs up for good video. All bets are off, but let's do a race off. Let's do it for fun, right? What do you guys feel? Race off? You feeling it? Race off. I don't want to get up and measure. It'll be a race off. It was bad on the ground station, but once we go thumbs up for good video, all bets are off. We're going to do a race off. So we only know one thing right now, and that is Scotty Do is first. Now, there was something going on the ground station and the module, but he was flying the ground station. His video looked very similar to the last race. Joe Kunch says race off. Yeah, we're going to do a race off. Now, I believe, because we've gone over lots of rules with the 2019 MultiGP Regional Series, and I think, hey, Graham Parkinson, checking in the chat, I think that we do race off in the new rules. If they crash on the same lap, I think that'll be the new rule. So we're going to use the new rule today. Why not? Why not? So it's going to be SFPV on channel 4 and Kid Drone on race band 7 with our first race off. I heard a Can I. You want to change channels? Oh. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to just scan the RF landscape real quick. What would you call the frequency of race band 4? I saw something pop in there. Doesn't matter. We're going to do heads up racing. Why not? $57.69. Oh, yeah, that's right there. I think it says hidden network. Wasn't there before. You want to switch to what? Race band 2? All right. I'm seeing on my scan, I'm not using the RF Explorer, just the Wi-Fi, but I'm seeing something right in race band 4, this hidden network. So we're going to go to race band 2. That looks a lot cleaner. This will be heads up racing. To see who is going to advance. And on my scoring computer, I already saved the race, and I already have Scotty Do on a bump. So I am going to use the Australian app is going to launch the start of the race, and we're going to watch this line of sight. What happened here? I lost your video on 2. Oh, wait. You're there. But why isn't this? Okay, transition. There we go. Oh. I see what it is doing. I see what it's doing. Hold on. Give me 20, 30 seconds here. The reason it is doing this, I'm just going to go like, huh? But then I might break it. All right, so I'm going to finish the bumps. And then what if I go like this to there? There we go. Oh, but now I got to clear the results. There. Let's do it. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. SFPV, first one through the gate. Then Kid Drone right behind him. And at the end of the straight, Kid Drone, what happened? Just fell out of the sky. Fell out of the sky. There wasn't any contact on that one. That's going to be a bad beat for Kid Drone. Tough break on the restart. SFPV. Oh, heads up FPV saying if they midair, it should be by definition be on the same obstacle. That's what we talked about. So we talked about on that run. And that is 3 laps recorded for SFPV. Notice any better video on that one? Yeah, it was a little bit better, eh? A little better. So what, I'm not going to tell you what that tells us, but SFPV going to move up with Scotty Dew. And they're going to go to race number 11. So heads up FPV actually saying in the chat there about how that should be. Let's go to heat number 10 before I go back to that. Oh, we got such a busy dude here. Got so many buttons to push. So many buttons. But it's, I'm not complaining. I get to do this. You know what I mean? Yep. Filling out that bracket. We're now at race number 10. Very dramatic. Race number 10, Dolma, iFly 82, Rocket Rombo, and Hazard FPV is where we're at. On deck, Fluxy, Royale, Flying Bear, and Drobot Racer in the hole, Scotty Dew, and SFPV. So what Heads Up FPV says, if they do midair, it should go back to the most recent obstacle. That is the rule I think that we are massaging and finalizing to put into our 2019 rule book, and that's how I remember it, like that. And in this instance, we had that midair. Both of them crashed. They midair and crashed right after the same obstacle. No one went further than the other. And which channel do we want to try? His power was okay, but did you wiggle it? You want to go 2 or 4? Colby, you want to stay on 2? You can stay on 2. He'll stay on 2. This is race number 10. There's those rocket emojis from JTFPV in the chat. Let's go, Andy. Rocket, 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 rocket. Double A saying, how you doing, buddy? Hey, everything good, buddy? Just living the dream. This is race number 10. From 10, we go to 11. This is a consolation bracket. But our top 2 in this one will go to race number 12. We go back to the winner's bracket on deck. That race between Fluxy, Royale, Flying Bear, and Drobot Racer. Top 2 in that race going to our final 4 to play Chase the Ace. We'll see how that plays out. And we'll be playing Chase the Ace for real tonight, which is we grid up that top 4, and they race until someone wins twice. Very excited about that. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, something going on with Hazard Race Band 3. I think it's that same situation that it cleaned up after you took off. You remember that? Do you want to change channels? You can go to Race Band 7 if you want. Hazard, it's on you. You're going to stay on 3? Pretty sure it's going to clear up on takeoff. 1, 2, 3, 6. Here we go. Consolation bracket. Bottom 2, done. Top 2. Closer to that final 4 to play Chase the Ace. Good luck, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone. Less than 5. Off the line we go. Down to the end of the straight. We take them. Dolma FPV. Going to be first one through the dive gate. Then it's going to be Hazard up into second. Rocket Rombo in third. iFly 82 running fourth. Dolma, your leader, low side of that. Spin around and through our tunnel onto lap number 2 with a 21.2 to open things up. Next across, Hazard FPV with a 24.6. Next across, Rocket Rombo 27.7. And don't count out, iFly 82 about to come through our start-finish gate and on to lap number 2. The 34.5. Back to your leader through our tunnel around to the gate to meet a white flag. 1 to go for Dolma with an 18.9. Fastest lap on the track at 13.0. And that 13.0 was by SFPV, wasn't it? He's got the track record. Dolma was doing 13.7s earlier and 18.9 to play it safe. With a 9-second lead over Hazard running second, who has a 1.6-second lead over Rocket Rombo in third on that final lap. And we'll give the win on this one. More rockets in the chat for Dolma FPV. Your winner here of race number 10 with a break of 1, and he'll be back in race number 12. iFly 82 crossing over Hazard FPV with some issues out there. He will get through the start-finish gate just at the last second. And what happened there? What happened with Hazard FPV? I think Rocket Rombo went through the gate already. This is going to be a DVR review. The finish between Hazard FPV and Rocket Rombo, because I think Hazard FPV doubled back. We can retrieve some quads. We're going to play the tape back to see what happened there at the end between Hazard and Rocket Rombo. We can retrieve some quads. One of those two pilots is going to be flying on deck after this heat. And we get set to do a DVR review in the raw. Right off of my DVR, right to our gorgeous display screens here at AMA Expo West. Just got to find it. And on our live stream as well. I think this is our, this looks like where we're looking for. Timeline is a little skewed. Let's go for our live stream fans as well. We're going to, basically, we're just going to go try and find the end of this race and see what happens here. So first on the left-hand side is Hazard FPV. And you can see Rocket Rombo coming out of the tunnel just as Hazard is around the flag in the FPV view. And now Hazard, does Hazard go through the gates is the question, because Rocket Rombo crosses over right behind him. Let's play it back and go again. We'll keep playing it back until we're certain. And in one of these situations, sometimes the other pilot in question catches it on the FPV feed. So we are right in the vinyl to the right of the PVC. And to me, it looks like it's inside the gates right there. To me, there is the timing system. And there is the quad going through the gate. It rolls through the gate. So Rocket Rombo, you are the chase cam and showing him go through the gate right there. It was a good break. It was a good break. That was a good finish. 0.4 of a second between Rocket Rombo and Hazard. But Hazard going to pull up second in that one to go to race number 12 on deck. That'll give third to Rocket Rombo. That's going to put him, I think, 7th overall. And iFly 82 in the number 8 spot overall. Taking a look at our bracket here. That was race number 10 in the books. As we get ready to grid up race 11. This is the semifinal of the winner's bracket. Top 2 in this race going to our final 4. Fluxy, Royale, Flying Bear, and Drobot Racer. Two of these pilots moving into that winner's bracket. The bottom two going into that consolation bracket, semifinal of the consolation bracket, and which is going to be no easy feat going into that next round, as we have some gunners that will be gridding up. Double A asking, have I been enjoying any of the festivities? I don't know. I haven't been to the Emax zone. Skip, have you been to the Emax zone? Have you flown the tiny, what do you call it? Tiny Hawk?
I have my shirt on. I have officially flown it. There you go. Yes, I have flown it. I have my shirt on. It flies very well. I like it a lot, actually.
And festivities, there actually is a beer gardens here. I haven't had the chance to go there. You haven't as well. But what are some of the exciting things that someone can see if they join us tomorrow at AMA Expo West? You've been around and seen everything here on the grounds.
Yes, I have. The flight line is really entertaining to me. The helicopters, the RC dirt track, they have a really cool track over there. You can build your own rocket here and launch it behind us and really piss off the FPV guys.
No, we love them. We're big model rocket fans because I had one when I was 13. I did my wait, it might have been under 13. I did my grade 7 science project on model rockets. So how old would I have been in grade 7? I think I'd have been 12 years old.
11. You would have been 11, right?
Yeah. Well, I was a late bloomer. Just started shaving last week. So yeah, somewhere around there, 11 or 12. But the model rockets, that's fun, and of course all these displays as well. So much fun here at AMA Expo West. And this is a hot heat semifinal of our winners bracket. Top two to the final four. You got Fluxy, Royale, Flying Bear, and Drobot Racer. Flying Bear with a win last night, getting $100 from ReadyMadeRC, $100 from Diatone USA. Great prize sponsors last night. And tonight we're giving away that wild card to the MultiGP champs, challenge coins, and trophies. Beautiful trophies. Tonight we're doing freestyle. Maybe under the lights. No, but this is the wild card race. This is it. That's why you're here. That's where you came from. That's where you come from. That's where I am. Is that how that song goes? We got full video. Just not full of pilots. Fluxy will be on race band 2. Royale, race band 6. Flying Bear and Drobot Racer, race band 1, race band 3. You guys ready? First and second go right to the final four to play Chase the Ace. Third and fourth go to the semifinal. So one last chance. Let's see what happens. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. There was a little bit of a ringer-dinger, but everyone threw. And this is a 4-way dive, or 3-way dive at least, through that dive gate. But that was second, third, and fourth. Flying Bear is your leader, leading the charge here. Coming hot through that tunnel, but the rest of the field right behind him. Flying Bear with an 18 to start things off. And then Royale with a 2.5 seconds back. Then Drobot Racer is 0.7 of a second back from him. And Fluxy 0.5 of a second behind him. Only 3.8 seconds separating all three pilots, but here comes Flying Bear with a considerable lead again. 2 down, 1 to go, and now you're hearing some clipping, some ringing, some dinging, and Drobot Racer with some issues. He's going to recover. Royale is down. He's not going to recover. Fluxy is down. He's not going to recover. So if you're still flying, you better be smiling. You're going to the final four. And Flying Bear, last night's champion, is coming back tonight to defend with the win here of race 11. That's a big win for Flying Bear with the whole shot and leading the charge right out of that dive gate. 1 to finish up here. Caution out on the field. Let's give the win here to Flying Bear. Second going to Drobot Racer, getting up and finishing his laps right there to make it official. Going into that final four, and Fluxy and Royale FPV going to come back in race number 13, so they get a break of, I think, a 1. Yeah, they get a break of 1, and they're coming back in the semifinal round of the consolation bracket or losers bracket. They're not losers yet. They're on their way to be winners, and we will see Flying Bear and Drobot Racer in that final 4 as we get set to pick things up here in race number 12 in just a moment. While we move, once again, Flying Bear and Drobot Racer to race number 14, no channel changes. And Fluxy and Royale to race number 13, no channel changes for any of those 4 pilots. We're now at race number 12 of the consolation bracket. This is Scotty Dew, SFPV, Dolma, and Hazard. You are up. This is a hot heat. This could have been our finals here at race number 12. On deck will be Fluxy, Royale, and the top 2 in this heat. Coming in hot, racing back-to-back. And out of that race, the top 2 will go to race number 14 to play Chase the Ace versus Flying Bear and Drobot Racer, who we know going to that final 4. Dr. Turner asking us, are you guys going to do Chase the Ace? Yeah, buddy, we're going to do it. Chase the Ace, where we grid up that final 4 and race them until we get a winner, and that winner being someone who wins 2 heats of the 4. Super excited here. People watching on Facebook and YouTube. Most of the people here watching on YouTube. Joe Kunch wanting to know, are there any good craft beers out here? Well, here in Pomona, California, we had some good stuff there. We had that that pumpkin. What was the pumpkin cider? I think it was yeah, out here at the in the beer gardens. We were out on the town last night. No channel changes. Dolma is on race band 3. We went into Pomona. It was a good time. We went to a place called Eureka. Yeah. You see the bill and you're like, ooh, Eureka. Oof. Had pumpkin cider. You know, like apple cider? You know, your Strongbows. I love another one, like a Caffrey's, I think it is. I got a whole bunch of them at home. There's the Angry Orchard is a good one. Well, last night we had something that was a pumpkin cider, and it was okay, but it didn't taste like cider, and it didn't taste like pumpkin. Kind of tasted like cinnamon, yeah. So maybe the girl poured it from the wrong one. I'm not sure. Tasted, what did I say? It tasted like Fireball whiskey, maybe? Had a little bit of a Fireball whiskey taste. It was a crazy night. Could have been anything. Could have been anything. Looks like we're sharing channels here. I have Dolma on race band 3. I should have Hazard on race band 5. You guys are sharing a channel. One of you guys should have had a channel change. Dolma, can you go to race band 5 for me real quick? Surge, can you guys go to race band 5? And Hazard will... oh, yeah, because Hazard has to stay on 3. That's right. So Hazard thanks you for that, guys. Thanks all the way from Anchorage, Alaska. Fired up for what? What do you got? Oh, you want it? Hold on, let's go on camera. What do you got there? Put it on camera.
So what we have here is the new B-Brain light from Newbie Drone, and the purple frame here. I can't tell you where I got them, but I'm going to put them together and I am going to rule. But this is coming out in about a month, so it's going to be online for you guys to order on Newbie Drone.
Yeah, buddy. They're asking, is the video on the video might be on mgp.livefpv.com and the results? They should be. They could be. Not sure. I don't have my full live stream team here, and I had some issues earlier. That's why we're a little bit of a holding pattern, but We're not here to judge. We are getting set to run races. This is race number 12. This is Consolation bracket. This is Scotty Doo versus SFPV versus Dolma versus Hazard FPV. Top two go back-to-back versus Fluxy and Royale. Top two in that going into our final four to play Chase the Ace. You can't be third. You can't be fourth. You want to be first or second to stay alive here at the AMA Expo West Wildcard race on a Saturday night. Good luck, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads live on the tone in less than 5. 3 wide, Scotty Doo, SFPV, and Dolma FPV. Everyone pushing for that whole shot, and they get through. A beautiful start for our entire field. And even a little bit of contact out of that dive gate. It was 2 wide. You got Dolma coming through that tunnel. You got Scotty Doo right with them. And they're separated by 0.02 of a second. SFPV running third. And don't count out Hazard. He gets onto that lead lap. He's about 4.9 seconds back from that 1-2-3 battle. But here we go through that line. Looks like we are holding Scotty Doo up into the 1. Dolma dropping a second by 0.5 of a second, then a second back SFPV onto this third and final lap. And Hazard FPV, first one to go down to the ground. They are screaming. It may be a 4 wide photo finish, and SFPV crashing into the ground and a contact right before the start finish gate. Holy guy, now they're getting back and making it official. SFPV going through the gate, and this one is going to be under an entire review at the final part of that race right there. They're still screaming across the line, and man alive, it is going to come down to a DVR review to see who is going to race back-to-back. So pilots, get your quads and get your batteries ready. We will play that back here in just a moment. That was a huge wreck, and we want to just play back and make sure that the right guys move on. Just an amazing race. That could have been our finals, but we're not even there yet. Not even there yet. What we're going to do here is for fun. And this is all for fun at the end of the day, even though there's a national championship wild card on the race. I'm going to play it back. DVR review in the raw. And we are going to roll it back and watch the whole race because we have a few minutes, I think. Here we go. Watching the screen, top right is going to be SFPV. Bottom left will be Hazard. Oh, we need Scotty Doo in here as well. Hold on, let's turn him on. I missed one. There we go. Scotty Doo will be the top left. FP. What am I, new? I'm new. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. As part of this DVR, don't judge me. I need 1, 2, 3, 5, which I thought I selected. 1, 2, 3, 5. Problem is, I'm using a terrible monitor. Okay. It's a great monitor. I'm not judging it. But are they all checked? 1, 2, 3, 5? Okay. Okay, so you guys can see my mouse. I can't. 1, 2, 3, 5? All right, perfect. Now this monitor is not going to work because I called it a bad monitor. I was joking. I didn't choose my words wisely. I love this monitor. We spent a lot of time together. Here we go. We're going to watch the entire race. Scotty Doo in the top right. SFPV top right. Bottom left will be Hazard FPV. Bottom right is Dolma. Now, if you're editing this for later video, start your recording now. Here we go. DVR review in the raw. We're going to watch the whole thing. 3 wide through a start-finish gate. The end of lap 3 will go slow motion, but we're just going to appreciate this. Or Dolma is going to be your leader after 1. Scotty Doo will make a pass, I believe, on lap 2. Ooh, Hazard FPV bouncing off some gates. And now we're on lap number 2. SFPV. On all your channels? Or who's saying that? Yeah. But your video is bad on 2 and 4. I don't know. No one's complaining about 2. We can maybe do another channel later. I've already lost count. Now we're on lap 3, right? Are we on lap 3? Okay. So here we go. So that is Scotty Dew just ahead. Oh, look at, no, that is, we're looking at, this is a PAL camera. It's, the frame is out of sync, that's why. All right, let's play that finish back. This, I don't even know what we just saw, is what I'm saying. Okay, let's line up on the tunnel. Scotty Dew through the tunnel first. Then Dolma into the tunnel. But here we have Hazard ahead of everyone because he was a lap back. That's right. So he's a lap back. Now we're pushing towards the gate. And I believe we're looking at Dolma passing Scotty Dew right at our start-finish gate. And they make contact right there. And you see Scotty Dew watching Dolma go upside down. Dolma, I think, went through the gate after the contact. Scotty Dew going, looks like he goes through the gate as well. And Hazard goes and picks it up on this final lap. And if that was good, then the result will be official. If not, if someone misses, then SFPV is going to be a part of this finish as well. Let's play it back one last time. And so I think it's legit between 1 and 5. I think these two will cross through. Here they are together. Coming up on the tunnel. Scotty Dew leading. Then Dolma making the pass. Making contact. And there is a shot of Dolma on Scotty Dew going through the gate in the dead center of the gate backwards. Am I seeing this correctly? Let's watch it one last time. And I think these two are going to be moving on. One more time. DVR review in the raw. They make contact. Dolma flipping. Inside of the gate. But that's Dolma flipping, right? We would agree that Scotty confirms that Dolma goes right through that gate. And also, it looks like with the vinyl in the cone, we could see on Dolma's feed that he went through the gate as well. So Scotty Dew and Dolma staying alive in our consolation bracket. And so results as official on the scoring software. Hazard was a lap back. He had a 27 and a 24. They and Dolma and Scotty Dew were 19, 16, 15. So they crossed over. They were finishing their 3 laps at the 52.1 mark, and Hazard finished his 2nd lap at the 52.2 mark. Do you see on this screen here? Yeah. Pretty epic. Dolma and Scotty Dew, you guys are up right now. Let's go flipping over here. JTFPV says, you guys should set up a camera by the finish gate. I agree. That is going to be happening. I actually have I have a brand new DVR. I actually spent a little bit of money, Skip. Yeah, I invested. I'm invested in this. So I'm going to put a camera that is hooked up to my DVR, and I now have a 16-channel DVR that I'm going to be breaking out here. Not at this event, obviously, but in the future, so that we will have an in-gate camera that'll be synced to the FPV feeds. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Then you can see those photo finishes. And that'll be exciting. So now we got Dolma, Scotty Dew, Fluxy, and Royale. That is where we're at. Race number 13. Dolma and Scotty Dew, you're up right now. No channel changes. No channel changes. You are up versus Fluxy and Royale. No channel changes. We're at race number 13. We're at AMA Expo West. We're at the Emax Cup track. And then the final Chase the Ace race will be after that. Who is going to be joining Flying Bear and Drobot Racer in that final four? Will it be Dolma, Scotty Dew, Royal, Fluxy? Pick two of them. I think so. I think it's the first year for drone racing at the AMA Expo West. I believe that is the case. 75% VRL heat. I think I'm going to roll out that replay camera. Sponsored by ReadyMadeRC. It'll be the ReadyMadeRC finish camera. Finish line cam for those photo finishes, those video finishes. Heads up FPV with coaching advice in the chat. Says, Andy, be smart. Don't race them. I don't know who him is. I guess it's any of them. Don't race them, I guess. That's a translation. Fluxy, Royale, Dolma, and Scotty Dew. Two pilots moving up. Two pilots done, finishing in the number 5 and 6 spots. What do you think?
That guy looks just like...
Oh, no, you're not. That wasn't a shareable? Oh, you could have said that on mic. It does look like Jesse Perkins' brother. Yeah, you could have said that.
He's barefooted and everything.
Yep.
Every time I look at him, I'm like, is that Jesse's
That's,
little brother?
I wouldn't think that's an insult to say that you look like. That guy. I don't know which one you're pointing at, but. Oh, yeah, yeah. This end, right? Huh? No. No. Fall off the stand. That's a bad day for you. If you don't know how to launch on the stand, I wouldn't launch off the stand today. Guy standing? Yeah. That's Royale. Yeah. Royale, apparently you look like Jesse Perkins' brother. Allegedly. Not an insult. Not an insult. Nah, doesn't. You're better looking, though. Oh, what happened? Now we're running out to the line. Shout out to the boys in the truck catching that on camera. Son and father on their way out. Is there a rule about falling off the pad? Yeah, after I say arm your quads, when I get the S out, that is when all bets are off. I could just tell them right now, like, yeah, there is a rule. These guys have been racing all over the world. They're on that DCL, so that means who knows what the rules are when it's all said and done. The Europeans, they have a different way of running races. We're a little more laid back, I think, when it comes to America. We just want to see the right people win. We don't want I's and T's to really affect who wins. I started, I think, things off, I think, on the live stream talking about Canada with their issues at the FAI race. And everyone knows that race I was at Korea, I's and T's are not how we win races. It's blade-to-blade racing. Everyone good? Goggles down. Thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Scotty Dew falling off the line. Scotty Dew back on the line. He's pretty side down trying to turtle mode. See if he can take off. What's going on with Scotty Dew? He fell off the table, but he should be able to take off again. Boom. We just bit a flag at the end. This is the sloppiest, dirtiest race that we have seen. Royale and Fluxy are in the best shape right now. They're the only ones flying. Dolma biting a gate, biting the flag before the tunnel. And Scotty flipping off the line and not able to take off. Kind of anticlimactic here in race number 13. And, well, I know there's one guy that's pretty happy right now. That's Fluxy. He's the only one to finish the race. Fluxy with the win going into our Final Four. Royale going into our Final Four, crashing out on lap number 3. And that is going to give 3rd and 5th overall to Scotty, or to Dolma, and 6th overall to Scotty Dew. There used to be a rule that everyone had to get through the start-finish, but we moved that rule to the final race, and then we have now since changed that rule. Contact before the start-finish gate, resulting in a crash before the start-finish gates, and if you the launches, if you can't launch, then that is where we look at maybe not using the launch stands. And now our Final Four has been set for Chase the Ace. Flying Bear and Drobot Racer in our winners bracket, Fluxy and Royale. Coming out of our consolation bracket now, they are in our Final Four. And now they are saying, now it's going to be Chase the Ace. These guys are going to race over and over again. Now in the chat, JTFPV says, we still love you, Andy. He was pushing it. He was, and he didn't have too much company behind him. Just bit it into that AMA flag right before the start of our tunnel. And Heads Up FPV says, looks like Scotty has a prop on wrong. I don't think that was the call. He says ESE. Heads Up FPV was feeling bad for you. And ESC going on the line, that is tough. Now here with this format, why we use this format and why we love it, the double elimination format, it gives you that one bad round to be 3rd or 4th. And in that last race, everyone was 3rd or 4th once. They already had their one gimme. Now we get into the Final Four. We get into Chase the Ace with Flying Bear, Drobot Racer, Fluxy, and Royal. And in this Chase the Ace format, we will race these pilots until one of them wins twice. Let me set the stage in a second as I do some more administration. Peace and love, and there. Let's set the stage real quick here. Looking at how they sit here, Flying Bear, Drobot Racer, Fluxy, and Royal. We're going to run them once. Now, let's say, hypothetically, the last night's champion, Flying Bear, wins. That means we re-grid them up again, and the second time we race them, if Flying Bear wins again, he is our champion. Everyone else gets sorted out for a podium based on finish points. Now, let's say that second time we grid him up, and Drobot Racer wins. Now he is a win, and Flying Bear has a win. We grid them up again for race number 3. If Flying Bear wins that, or Drobot Racer wins that, then they will be our champion. It'll come down to finish points. But if Fluxy or Royale win race number 3, then we push it a 4th round. Now let's say Fluxy wins that 3rd round. We grid them up for race number 4. If Flying Bear, Drobot Racer, or Fluxy win that, they are our winner. Everyone else on finish points. But let's say that Royale wins race number 4. Then we push it a 5th, and we've never done this. And then it'll be the winner of that final race in Chase the Ace. Question in the chat says, so if Fluxy wins, it's over? No, that would be the Ironman rule, which Dolma had. He was the top qualifier, and had he won all of his bracket races, he would only need to win this Final Four. But because the top qualifier was eliminated, 1, 2, 3, 6. Because he was eliminated, that means we go Chase the Ace. We are going to run at least 2 rounds. Joe Kunch says, I'm so confused. Good luck to all. It is so easy, Joe Kunch. You got this, okay? Joe Kunch, I want you to close your eyes for a second. I want you to just breathe out saying peace and love, peace and love. I want you to look at race number 14 on your computer screen or your television screen right now. I'm going to go through it one more time. We're going to race number 14, those 4 pilots, until someone wins twice. That is what we need to do. The Iron Man clause is not in play. We don't need to stress on that. We are trying to win twice with these 4 pilots. If Flying Bear wins the first and the second one, he'll be the champion. But if he wins the first and Drobot Racer wins the second, we push it a third. If one of them win the third race, then they would be the winner. But if Fluxy won that third race, see I'm going down in order, 1, 2, 3, then it would push a fourth until Royale goes out. If he won the 4th race, then it would go a 5th. Basically, very simple. We've simplified AAA mains. 4 pilots run. They want to win twice here in Chase the Ace. Jeff X says, so easy, even a caveman. No, that's not true. It is a confusing format. We don't have the full bracket. Okay, so Joe Kunch says, I got that part. I was just wondering, since Fluxy won the last heat, I got it now. Yeah, they were thinking the Iron Man clause would kick in. No, that's where just Joe Kunch, you were on the team. You're on the good team. Someone had to ask a question that confused you, so you're still good. That's your gimme. You're still all right. So he's now up to speed. We're all up to speed. And Jay Fern says, crazy top 3 seeds aren't in finals. Flying Bear qualified in the number 4 spot. Drobot Racer qualified in the number 5 spot. Fluxy qualified in the number 6 spot. I found it. Race 1, 6th spot. I have to do a lot of scrolling. And Royale qualified in the number 7 spot. So yeah, top 3. Jay Fern was able to type it in the chat faster than I figured it out. Well, it's on the screen for them. It's easier for them. I'm not, the live stream is very small on my computer screen. That's my excuse. Don't judge. Peace and love. Peace and love. Everyone in the chat has it all on the left-hand side. Beautifully right there. They can see the name. Yeah. That's right. I bring it. I take it. I take it. So we go into this program right here. Yeah, the top 3 take it out. And, you know, we see that a lot in drone racing, that especially qualifiers, they're good at racing the clock. Not always good at racing heads up. And that's not the pilot. That's the format. And speaking of heads up, we use the example of Heads Up Evan Turner, who was the top qualifier at the Sebring drone race, got into the final and took himself out into a flag. A young pilot, and we saw the same thing here with Dolma, well in front of the field, the top qualifier, and actually redeemed himself out of the consolation bracket and into a flag and taking himself out. So it is Chase the Ace looking for 2 wins. The slate is clean. Will it be Royale? Will it be Fluxy? Will it be Drobot Racer? Or will it be Flying Bear? Chase the Ace. Round number 1 about to go green. Here we go. Pilots, goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. Off to the races we go, right towards that setting sun here on a Saturday night AMA Expo West. Flying Bear, your leader, out of that middle section. Now we got Chase Cam for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Everyone going to blaze through a tunnel, but tight grouping, and your leader crashing into the tunnel. And now it'll be Drobot Racer, Fluxy, Royale, 1, 2, 3. But don't count out Flying Bear. He's back up. Going to reapproach the tunnel. Now he's back on course and onto that lead lap. But 9.5 seconds back off of our new leader. Looks to be Fluxy pushing his way through the tunnel around onto that final lap. But he's actually running second. Drobot Racer, your leader. There's a pass before the tunnel. Drobot Racer, Fluxy, Royale, 1, 2, 3, and Flying Bear now onto that 3rd and final lap. Watching Drobot Racer still leading. He's coming through the tunnel, and he is going to be your winner of win number 1, race number 1. Drobot Racer, 3 laps, 53 seconds. We're hearing all kinds of oohs and ahs, and Royale going to limp across the line in 2nd. Fluxy going to limp across the line in 3rd, and Flying Bear going to pull up 4th as we re-grid them right there. Pretty exciting finish here in Chase the Ace, round number 1. Again, we give win number 1 to Drobot Racer Royale, finishing up second. Third going to Fluxy, and fourth going to Flying Bear. And thanks to the boys in the truck, you can see those scores on the, I think you can see them on the screen. Oh no. For some reason, we blew away the coding at some point. Let's see what I can do here. Hit the wrong buttons. Oh, dang. Two wins. Nope. I don't know. 3? Will that work? And we are re-gridding them here to run again. While we're doing that, our boys in the truck working on fixing our Chase the Ace graphics. Looks like they got a little excited. They got a little excited with the coding or clearing out results from earlier, but it's all good. And I think it's, there we are. There's their first finishes. Thank you to the boys in the truck doing their thing. Race number 1 done. And now we get set to roll out to the line one more time. Joe Kunch saying the first win is so important. That is correct. So as we take a look-see on the Chase the Ace round 1, get ready for Chase the Ace round number 2. This is where we take a look. If Drobot Racer wins this race, he is your champion of AMA Expo West Wildcard race Saturday night. However, if Flying Bear, Fluxy, or Royale win this race, it pushes a third round of Chase the Ace. There's our final pilot walking out to the line. Last night's champion, Kenneth Liu, Flying Bear, one of the original pilots on Drone Racing League. Took off a bit of time this summer from flying drones. Of course, a year ago at Flight Fest West in California, he went 3 for 3. He won Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night drone racing on that trip. And here at AMA Expo West in Pomona, he's got a win from last night, but that's not going to help him right now. He pulled up 4th in that first round. Of course, he had the whole shot, had the field, and took himself out. Did a spinning lawn dart across the floor here in this amazing field that we have lined up here at the Fairplex at AMA Expo West 2018 edition. Here's a look at our sponsors in the top right-hand corner of our screen. Thank you, Diatone USA, helping us out last night with our podium prizes. Emax bringing us the Emax Cup track of drone racing outside. Also racing those Tiny Hawks inside. And ReadyMadeRC, the leaders in all things FPV and beyond. We love them. And Very excited to present the ReadyMadeRC start-finish replay cam coming up in 2019. One more time, taking a look at those scores. Remember, Chase the Ace, we need 2 wins. If Royale, Fluxy, and Flying Bear win this round, we push it a 3rd. If Drillbot Racer wins, it is all said and done. So now Drillbot Racer is the ace to chase here in Chase the Ace, round number 2. Again, set to go green. Question first on the chat. It has never gone 5 rounds. No, it has not. We've only run this format a few times at Flight Fest East and at International Open, and we've never had it go the full maximum. It's usually 3 races on average. It could be 2, and that Dance with Destiny is in Drillbot Racer's thumb tips right now. Here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. Arm your quads. Live on the tone in less than 5. We got some separation there on the launch. Getting ready to go up and down through that dive gate. It'll be Drillbot Racer, your leader here on the early throws. Now with a little bit of company, a little bit of chase cam, but he's going to stay ahead of the field. They are pushing them, watching Royale pushing them here, but Drillbot Racer, your leader after 1 with the 19.8. Royale right behind him, 2.4 seconds back. Then Flying Bear, 1.3 seconds back in 3rd. And here comes Fluxy onto that lead lap as we are chasing the ace. Drillbot Racer working his way, looping around towards our tunnel. And now some separation. 0.05 of a second. Drillbot Racer and Flying Bear onto this final lap. Flying Bear going to try and push it. A 3rd round. Royale getting onto lap number 3. And wow, Flying Bear, it's Drillbot Racer just ahead of Flying Bear. And oh no, Drillbot Racer is able to save it. Drillbot Racer is your AMA Expo West champion here on a Saturday night. Big win. There's 2 wins coming in for Drillbot Racer. Flying Bear almost got him. He almost got him. Pulls up 2nd. They actually made contact right before the tunnel, and the Bear went the wrong way. Still finished up 2nd, which could help him out here with the finish points. 3rd is going to go to Royale, and 4th going to go to Fluxy, making it to our final 4, but pulling up a 4th here in rounds 1 and 2. Going to now take a look-see at those final results, and there you can see your totals on the screen. And Podium has been decided. The tiebreaker when it comes to the tiebreaker, it is finish points, and the tiebreaker looks like my tiebreaker is going to be a hair wrong, but we will go 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. 4th is Fluxy with a 4 and a 4. 3rd will be Flying Bear with a 4 and a 2. A total of 6. Your reserve champion is going to be Royale with a 2nd and a 3rd. And Drillbot Racer is your champion. That is a big finish right there. Boys in the truck about to fix that. And now we are lining up those. Got to line up those trophies and stuff. You guys ready on that? Trophies, challenge coins. Where are they? Are they sitting where in the van? There we are. I got it. We're going to do that trophy presentation, and then we'll be getting ready for freestyle. Freestyle going to take flight here just ahead of 6 o'clock tonight. A lot of stuff happening there. You want me to take a look? We're just awaiting those challenge coins here for the presentation to your top 3. I think this is you. Your video's been dark, but were you module or ground station? It doesn't look too staticky. Was your module off? Module trick? Doesn't look too staticky. And usually this makes it look worse. Hey, we still got freestyle, Fluxy. Still got freestyle. Oh, dang. What do you mean you're going to the fight? We're going to watch it here. Yeah. Maybe. We haven't worked that out yet. That's our plan. All the ranking? I don't know if this is going to do it. Let me see. If not, I'll manually figure it out. We're still awaiting those challenge coins. Once those challenge coins come, we will award those, and then we'll start setting up here for freestyle. Yeah, so it's not going to show me, but let me go like this. So first, second, third, fourth. Then that will make Dolma 5th, Scotty Do 6th, SFPV 7th, Hazard FPV 8th. Top 8. Out of 18, 19 pilots today. 20 pilots. We broke 20 on our course. Copycat FPV says, been fun to watch. Good job, everybody. Thanks again to MultiGP for streaming. Entertaining as always. We'll try our best. We may bring you freestyle tonight. Not sure how we're going to pull that off without getting blown up. Now the question is, who gets the wildcard spot? That is true. So Drillbot Racer is in. Flying Bear, the second was Royale. Royale is in. Is Royale already qualified? No. Royale getting the wild card spot. Are you excited about that, Royale? Are you coming to Las Vegas with us? You are? Perfect. It's based on finish points. The top 4, we played Chase the Ace. I may have top secret news for Flying Bear. It's not all said and done. May have top secret news. May have top secret news that I'm not allowed to top secretly share. It's not the worst. Huh? No. Fingers crossed. How are those challenge coins coming? What do you mean? I thought you went to go get them. You got the wrong key. Oh, kitten. You need the rental car keys. You had them last. All right. So, you guys wanted to do a race while we awaited? Is that what you guys wanted to do? X-Class? Hey, I like your style. Let's do it. People watching the live stream, we may do an X-Class demonstration. While we're gritting up here, we're going to do a demonstration while we await our podium presentation. Do a demo here of the X-Class, the Pro Class rig on DR1. This is a huge frame, over 500 millimeters, twice the size, well over twice the size of your standard racing quad. Right now, I have you on race band 8, I think. Race band 2? Okay, I got you on 2. I got something on 8 as well. I see, yeah, you're on 2, but what's on 8? Oh, the chase quad? Is that what we're doing? All right. 2 and 8. 4-way. DVR. On our screens, you're going to see the FPV feed from the X-Class rig on the left-hand side, chase cam on the right-hand side. We're going to fly X-Class rig. Yesterday, we did 2 demos. On one of the demos, SFPV was able to do an entire lap of the course. Not going to pressure him to attempt it. We'll see how he feels, but first he's going to show you what the big rig can do. Earlier today, we were buzzed by someone with an acro wing, and this is what we threatened to launch towards the wing. This would take down anything over on the far side. About ready to take to the skies. SFPV, the course is yours when you want to take off. And up to the skies we go. Again, if you're watching FPV, X-Class on the left-hand side, chase cam on the right-hand side. Well, lots of speed. You can actually achieve the same speeds of your average racing drone, the micro, as it were. And through our dive gate we go, making it look pretty, making it look easy. Up to the skies. And inverted. Watching a little bit of breakup here in our receivers as they're pointing at the race course, and SFPV challenging our big heights with the big quad. Over to our takeoff zone. And so here we go, clock starting. Saw those micros doing some laps. Nice yaw spin to scrub some of that speed. Another yaw spin required here to scrub some speed. A lot of momentum when it gets moving on that forward axis. Back through we go. Now watch the X-Class go through that tunnel. Lots of room to spare. Going inverted to scrub speed and over to our start-finish gate. Unofficially a 35.9 on that run. A slight orbit of our takeoff zone. Orbiting the orbit. All right. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'd rather get it done. We're running out of light for freestyle. Those other lights going up? Yeah. Chase Cam doing his thing. There's your demo as we get ready to award our prizes here on the, get ready for our podium. Taking a look once again at our Chase the Ace format. Top 3 here on our podium. Getting challenge coins, trophies, and one of our top 3 getting the Wildcard slot to championships. We are hoping potentially by the end of next week to announce our venue and schedule for the MultiGP Championships in Las Vegas, Nevada, that February 7th through 10th weekend, I believe. I personally had the privilege and pleasure to tour Las Vegas. They showed me almost everything they had to offer in Las Vegas, for sure. For sure. And we think we've narrowed it down to 2 venue selections. Now it just comes to the old budget and final schedule verifications. And our goal is to have 2 courses running simultaneously all event long at championships. Allow our field of 156 pilots that we have qualified 2 champs to battle it out. Are we ready for presentations? Tommy Bartek helping us out there on the sidelines. Top 3, it is now time to award you with a bunch of hardware off to the right-hand side. Let's start with your second runner-up, third on our podium. With a 4th and a 2nd, almost pushed it at 3rd round in that final race. Kenneth Liu, Flying Bear, is your second runner-up, 3rd on our podium. We have a trophy and a challenge coin over by our takeoff zone. Want to slide out and collect your hardware. A long way out there. Getting ready to snap some photos. Al USMC says that thing is a beast, and again got to see it firsthand, hoping to have one coming summer 2019. That was the big X class. They're saying shout out Al in the background. Still hanging out watching our live stream, which is more like a podcast in this situation. I love when people go running back and forth, trying to line up our presentations. We all set, Tommy? All right. 3rd place, Flying Bear. The challenge coin and the trophy. Oh, we're still waiting on this camera. Camera coming. I feel like I'm going to do a Steve Harvey moment here. All right, now we're ready. All right, let's present 3rd. I'm still taking photos. We are kind of stalling, waiting for those lights to come up for freestyle here tonight. So 3rd place, your second runner-up, with a 4th and a 2nd in the Chase C Ace finale, Flying Bear. Let's hand out the trophy. There we go. 3rd place trophy and a 3rd place challenge coin. Now we're finding which way is the backdrop. Here we are, photos being popped there, the tunnel in the background here on the Emax Cup track for your second runner-up, 3rd on our podium, Kenneth Liu. That is your contender there. third on the board with the gorgeous LED trophy. Now we bring up the second place trophy for your reserve champion. Second place in the first round, third in the second, qualifying deep, but your reserve champion of AMA Expo West, that's Jonathan Huckabee Royale, your reserve champion of AMA Expo West, the wildcard race. And as our champion already is inside the top 156 pilots in the nation, Royale is going to be joining us as our wildcard recipient from this event at the MultiGP Championships this February in Las Vegas, Nevada. Congratulations to him. And now your event champion, qualifying, I believe, in the top 6, and then 2 wins in the Final 4. Chase the Ace back-to-back. It is Ashton Gamble, Drobot Racer, your 2018 AMA Expo Drone Racing Champion here on Saturday night. Wildcard race on the Emax Cup track with the LED trophy, the challenge coin as well. And then, of course, the official photo will slide in all 3 for their podium photo. Our top 3 of the wildcard race, Saturday night wildcard race now at the 2018 Academy of Model Aeronautics Expo West. And, of course, on behalf of our great partners, we want to thank you for joining us on our live stream here in-house as well. We're going to stop our stream and prepare for some freestyle. We're going to try and kick off that freestyle in just a little bit. Under the stadium lights, going to do some evening flying here tonight, which we're excited about. Your top 3, however, getting their photos right now, of course. Third overall flying bear, your reserve champion, Royale, and Drobot Racer, your AMA Expo West Saturday wildcard champion. On behalf of our partners, Diatone USA, Emax, motors, props, ESCs, frames, even that new Tiny Hawk, and ReadyMadeRC, the leaders in all things FPV and beyond. My name is Joe Scully. Thank you for the pleasure of your company. Thank you to OCMA, our chapter, helping us out here behind the scenes with racing. Tomorrow, we're going to be back with team racing. Tonight, we're going to be back a little bit later on with some freestyle, and we will continue on. It is a celebration, AMA Expo West 2018.